Sorry. Let me read this again. From all the authoritative statements of the great sages, the Vedic hymns, and the aphorisms of the Vedanta Sutra, the components of this world can be understood as follows. First, there are earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These are the five great elements, Mahabhuta. Then there are false ego, intelligence, and the unmanifested stage of the three modes of nature. Yes. Then there are five senses. So what are the other three? False ego, intelligence, and unmanifested stage of three modes of nature. So three modes of nature is still manifesting itself, right? Goodness, passion, and ignorance. These are the three modes of nature which keep manifesting itself throughout your life. Correct? Then there are for five senses for acquiring knowledge. We have five senses to acquire knowledge. What are those? Eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and skin. Yeah. Then five working senses. What are our five working senses? Voice, legs, hands, anus, and genitals. Right? These are the two hands, two legs, the genitals, anus, and your voice. These are your working senses. Right? So now these are also five. We have five senses. We have five working senses. 10. Then there are false ego, intelligence, and the three modes of nature, right? Which is not yet manifested, right? And then there are five material elements. So 5, 5, 5, material 15, and 3. Much 18. Okay. Then above the senses, there is the mind. Now above all this, there is mind, 90, which is within and which can be called the sense within, right? Therefore, including the mind, there are 11 senses altogether. Now he's saying there are 11 senses altogether, including the mind, right? Then there are five objects of the senses. So 10 senses, which is your five eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. Then five working senses plus mind, 11 senses. Then there are five objects of the senses. What are the five objects of the senses? What is the objective of each five sense? Smell, taste, form, touch, and sound. Right? So smell, taste, form. Form is the skin. No, form किसके लिए है? Touch and sound. Touch and sound. What does form relate to? Okay. Now the aggregate of these 24 elements is called the field of activity. Right? We have to know how the sound form comes, right? Eyes, ears, nose. So eyes is, form is eyes. Okay. So eyes is something you can see, right? You can see the form. So form. Okay. Fine. So form is for the eyes, touch is for the skin, sound is for the ears, smell is for the nose, and taste is for the tongue. Right? Now the aggregate of these 24 elements is called the field of activity. So with these 24 elements, this body is made. The field of activity is made. So what are those 11 senses, including the mind, plus 5 objects of the senses, and of course your 3 this false ego, intelligence, and the 3 modes of nature. Right? If one makes an analytical study of these 24 subjects, then he can very well understand the field of activity. So 24 subjects are there to understand the field of activity. Then there are desire, hatred, happiness, and distress, which are interactions, representations of the 5 great elements in gross body. Yes. So 5 great elements means Mahabhuta. So desire, hatred, happiness and distress is coming because of your uh, material nature, right? Which is your 5 material nature, earth, fire, water, all of them. The living symptoms represented by consciousness and conviction are manifestation of the subtle body. What is the subtle body? So living symptoms that is represented by your consciousness. That मैं कौन हूँ, मुझे क्या करना है, what I believe in. Okay, that is created by mind, ego, and intelligence. This is your subtle body, right? Sukshma elements, right? These subtle elements are included within the field of activities. Okay, so all these three are included in entire field of activity, right? So because of these mind, intelligence, uh, and ego, false ego, you are able to direct the entire field of activity, right? The 5 great elements are a gross representation of the false ego, which in turn represents the primal stage of false ego, technically called the materialistic conception or tamasa buddhi, intelligence in ignorance. Yes. So, Panch Mahabhuta, that is earth, air, water, fire, and ether, these represent manifestation of false ego. Yeah. So, because of this, you get intelligence in the ignorance. So, what is this intelligence in ignorance? He was a very intelligent criminal, right? You are intelligent, like Ravan. You are intelligent, but you are in ignorance, right? Why? Because you want all the materialistic things. What are the materialistic things made up of? All these 5 elements, which are material elements, correct? Now, this further represents the unmanifested stage of the 3 modes of material nature. Yeah. Now, because of this false ego, you will be manifesting the 3 modes of nature. That is, you will become good, passionate, or ignorant. All these 3 elements will start manifesting. The unmanifested modes of material nature are called pradhan. Yeah, still unmanifested. So, one who desires to know the 24 elements in detail, along with their interactions, should study the philosophy in more detail. In Bhagavad Gita, a summary only is given. Yes. The body is the representation of these factors, and there are changes of the body, which are 6 in number. The body is born, it grows, it stays, it produces byproducts, then it begins to decay, and at the last stage, it vanishes. Therefore, the field is not a non-permanent material thing. However, the kshetrajna, the knower of the field, its proprietor, is different. Okay. Now, apart from all these 24 things, the knower of the field is different. So soul is still different. So after 24 things, soul is the 25th thing. Right? Okay. Let's move to text 8 to 12. Oh, 4 texts given together. 5 actually. Humility, pridelessness. Hear it out. Humility. Humility means you don't want validation from others. That is humility. You do it for the goodness. You don't want it to get recognized. Humility, pridelessness, okay, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, most important, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest. Even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events. Constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place. Detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, whatever there may be is ignorance. So he has completely shared what is knowledge and what is ignorance. Yeah? Let's read the purport. This process of knowledge is sometimes misunderstood by less intelligent men as being the interaction of the field of activity. But actually, this is the real process of knowledge. If one accepts this process, then the possibility of approaching the absolute truth exists. This is not the interaction of the 24 elements as described before. This is actually the means to get out of the entanglement of those elements. The embodied soul is entrapped by the body, which is a casing made of sorry, which is a casing made of the 24 elements, and the process of knowledge as described here is the means to get out of it. Of all the descriptions of the process of knowledge, the most important point is described in the first line of the 11th verse. Mai chananya yogena bhaktir avyabhichar, avyabhicharini. The process of knowledge terminates an unalloyed devotional service to the Lord. Okay. So if one does not approach or is not able to approach the transcendental service of the Lord, then the other 19 items are of no particular value. Okay. But if one takes to the devotional service in full Krishna consciousness, the other 19 items automatically develop within him. What are the 19 items? As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 5.18.12, yasyasti bhaktir bhagavate akinchana akinchana sarver gunais tatra samasate suraha. All the good qualities of knowledge develop in one who has attained the stage of devotional service. So let me stop here. So these things are 19. Humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation to the objects of the sense gratification, absence of false ego, perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization, and philosophical search for the absolute truth. Okay. So these are the 20 things. So out of these 20 things, even one you do, all 19 things will follow. Right? That's what they are trying to say. So as stated, all the good qualities of the knowledge develop in one who has attained the stage of devotional service. The principle of accepting a spiritual master, as mentioned in the 8th verse, is essential. म्यूट। अभी कल फादर ने ये कर दिया, बोल दिया, डैडी ने बोल दिया आज ऐसे, तो गुस्सा आ जाता है हमको। और अभी मैं डैडी को दिखा दूंगी, यू नो दैट यू फील हर्ट बिकॉज यू आर सो मच इन लव विथ योर डैड that you want him to always love you. But when he corrects you for your mistakes or for your wrong conduct, you are going to feel bad. You're going to feel insulted or you're going to feel dishonored or not recognized, right? But that is not the whole of you, right? So imagine Prahlad's dad was trying to kill him. Still he tolerated him and still he was loving him. And still he asked Vishnu to give him a good afterlife. See, so there may be many impediments to making advancement in spiritual knowledge, but we should be tolerant and continue our progress with determination. Simplicity means that without diplomacy, one should be so straightforward that he can disclose the real truth even to an enemy. Yes. As for acceptance of the spiritual master, now we are learning about simplicity. So what is simplicity? Means without diplomacy, one should be so straightforward that he can disclose the real truth even to an enemy. As for acceptance of the spiritual master, that is essential because without the instruction of a bona fide spiritual master, one cannot progress in the spiritual science. One should approach the spiritual master with all humility and offer him all services so that he will be pleased to bestow his blessings upon the disciple. Because a bona fide spiritual master is a representative of Krishna. If he bestows any blessings upon his disciple, that will make the disciple immediately advanced without the disciples following the regulative principles. Why this happens? Because when the guru bestows, मतलब initiation जब होता है या blessing आती है गुरु से, तो guru is basically opening up to take up your misdeeds and clean your deeds. And that's why you will see most of the spiritual gurus may fall sick sometimes because they are absorbing all the negative energies or all the negative or things that you have done in the past, and because of which you were going to go through something in future, but now you will not go through it because you are blessed by the spiritual master. Spiritual master has absorbed that and he will go through it for you. So that is the whole thing of initiation from a spiritual guru. Or the regulative principles will be easier for one who has served the spiritual master without reservation. So it becomes easier when you have a spiritual master, right? Let's move to the next thing, which is cleanliness. This is the fourth one. Cleanliness is essential for making advancement in spiritual life. There are two kinds of cleanliness, external and internal. External cleanliness means taking bath, but for internal cleanliness, one has to think of Krishna always and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This process cleans the accumulated dust of past karma from the mind. Yes. Let's end here with Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and we will start from steadiness tomorrow. This is a very long chapter. So we did 4: humility, non-violence, simplicity, and cleanliness. We learned 4 virtues. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let's do some Radha jap. Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha.